Thank you for joining us for the Bites, Frights, and Other Delights program. Today we're going to be making some Halloween-themed treats that we hope you'll enjoy. For this recipe, we're going to make Oreo pumpkin cookie balls. You'll need 6 ounces brick cream cheese, softened, 30 Oreo peanut butter cream cookies, which you'll have to crush, 3 packages of white baking chocolate, which will melt, 1 cup of orange-colored sugar, and 10 pretzel sticks, which will break into 4 pieces. Alright, so the first step, you're going to want to crush all your Oreo cookies and put them in a bowl. Then you're going to want to add your cream cheese, and you're going to want to mix it up as best you can. Alright, once everything's all mixed together, you're going to want to grab a little bit of the batter. We're going to form it into about a 1-inch size ball. Then we're going to, after you've melted your chocolate, you're going to roll it in the chocolate to get it nice and covered. And then your sprinkles you can put on either a plate or a bowl. We're going to roll it in there next to get it nice and covered. We'll then put it on your cookie tray, which you want to line with either parchment paper or wax paper. And that will be all set. And then for the final touch, you're going to take your pretzel pieces that you broke off and put it kind of in the top. And it's a little messy because I've got it all over the place. But once you're all done and you've made all the batter and you've formed everything, you'll put it in the refrigerator for about an hour for it to firm up, and then they'll be good to eat. Our next recipe are going to be dirt cups. For this, you're going to need 1 package of chocolate instant pudding mix, 2 cups of cold milk, 1 tub or 8 ounces of Cool Whip thawed, 15 Oreo cookies, which you'll want finely crushed, and 10 gummy worms. Alright, so first you're going to want to put your 2 cups of milk in a bowl, and you're going to mix in the pudding mix. So with a whisk, you're going to stir that up and do it for about 2 minutes. Make sure it's well mixed. Alright, so after you've mixed your pudding, you're going to want to let it sit for about 5 minutes to set. And then after you've done that, we're going to add in our Cool Whip. Mix that all together. And then from the cookies that you crushed earlier, you're going to set aside about 1/2 cup that you're going to want to mix into this, and you're going to leave the rest for the topping. So we're going to add in 1/2 cup of the cookies and mix that together. Alright, so once that's been all well mixed, you're going to want to take your cups and we are going to spoon in some of the mixture. Probably going to want a smaller spoon, unlike mine, because otherwise you're going to make a mess like I am. Alright. So once that's done, you're going to top it with the rest of your crumbled cookies. And then add in a gummy worm to make it extra good. And that is your dirt cup. Is going to be crescent mummy dogs. For these, you're going to need 1 can of refrigerated crescent rolls, 2½ slices of American cheese quartered, 10 hot dogs, and mustard or ketchup if desired. The first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 375. Then you're going to want to roll out your crescent rolls. You're going to want to split them into 4 rectangles, so that's 2 of the triangular pieces together. You're going to want to cut them lengthwise into 10 pieces. And then you're going to want to cut your sliced cheese into 4 pieces. So once you've got all that done, and hopefully you're having an adult do all the cutting, you're going to take your hot dog, take 1 of your slices of cheese and place that on there. Then you're going to take 4 of your strips from your crescent roll and wrap them around. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Mummies are not perfect. You're going to want to wrap them with best you can as I'm losing my cheese. You are going to want to leave, so the part with the cheese not on it, the cheese should be in the back. You're going to want to leave a little bit of an opening kind of at the top if you want to draw on a face there for later when you guys are all done cooking them. So we'll just wrap this around. Got one more. All right. And then you're going to put them on your tray, which you're either going to line with parchment paper, wax paper, or you can spray it with cooking spray, so everything will come off when it's done. When you get them all done, you're going to put them in the oven and cook them for about 13 to 17 minutes until the dough is golden brown and the hot dogs are hot, and then you'll be able to enjoy. Our next recipe is going to be for Dracula Tea. For these, you're going to need 52 miniature marshmallows, red food coloring, 1 cup of ready-to-spread white frosting, and 16 chocolate chip cookies. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take 4 of your marshmallows and you're going to cut them into 4 pieces lengthwise, and that's going to give you your fangs. You're going to want to put a little bit of the red food coloring, maybe a drop or 2 off to the side. That way there you can dip one end of your fangs into that and let those dry. In the meantime, after you're all done with that, you can set that aside for those to dry. You're going to want to put your frosting into a bowl and add about 1/4 teaspoon of the red food coloring to that. And mix it up. Until it's well blended. Once you've got your frosting and your food coloring mixed together, you're going to want to take some of your frosting and put it on one of your cookies. Get that nice and spread out. Next, you're going to want to take 6 marshmallows and you're going to put them side by side to make your teeth. Put that down for a second. Put a little bit more frosting here on this other side of this cookie so everything will stick. Put that down. You can kind of squish the edges in the back a little bit to give yourself some room. Then you're going to want to take those marshmallows with your fake blood on them and stick them on the top there. And there you go. Our next recipe is for witches' brooms. For this, you're going to need 6 sticks of string cheese, 12 pretzel sticks, 6 long or 12 short thin chives, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of whole grain mustard. So the first thing you're going to want to do for these is cut your string cheese in half so you'll have 2 pieces. Next, you're going to want to take your 1 piece of string cheese, cut about 3/4 way, leave some room up at the top, and you're going to cut very carefully 3 to 4 cuts here to make the bristles of your broom. After you're doing that, you're going to turn it and do the same thing to the other side. So that way there we get thinner strands. Alright, when that's all done, you should be able to see you've got several cuts there to make your broom flare out. If you'd like, you can add a chive. If you don't, that's okay, it's just for decoration. You can tie that kind of around the middle here. Then you're going to want to take your pretzel stick, put it in the center, and there you go. Now as for the mustard, what you'll do for that, you'll just want to kind of squirt a little bit on the plate that you're going to use. And all that is just going to be, your broom is going to be kind of sweeping it up. So essentially it should stand on its own, and there you go. For our last recipe, we're gonna make Ritz peanut butter spiders. For these, you're gonna need 24 Ritz crackers, a 1/4 cup of creamy peanut butter, 48 pretzel sticks cut in half, and 12 raisins cut in half. All right, so first, you're gonna wanna spread your peanut butter on your crackers. Alright, then for each cracker you're going to want to put 8 pretzel pieces. Remember, we broke all those pretzels in half to make the legs of your spider. You're going to take your other cracker, flip it upside down and squish it on there. Then you can use a little bit of the peanut butter to put on your raisins and put them on the top cracker, and that is going to be the eyes of your spider. And there you go. We hope you enjoyed making these spooky treats. Let us know which ones are your favorite and how yours turned out, and happy Halloween!